was very difficult to go live. It was very difficult to go live this morning. Extremely difficult. I don't know why, but I will have it sorted out. This is my fifth time trying to go live while someone's here. It would just it didn't work for the last four times, so this is the fifth time. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. And I was like, wow, what's going on with this? So yeah. So someone came and left, but we'll give it a little bit of time. This is my fifth time. Yeah, I had different titles in the beginning, and then well, someone was here. Someone's back. Well, good morning. I'll be right back. It was a heck of a time going on to the live stream this morning. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. This is my fifth time. Yeah. So see if it actually works. I had some really cool titles, and now I don't. And more coffee. Hi, Adrian. There we go. Oh, good morning, Adrian. Hope you're well. Oh, yeah. Oh, had a heck of a time this morning, Adrian, going live. And thank you kindly for the thumbs up. This is my fifth time trying to go live. Yeah. Better put my magnifying glass. I love this thing. Magnifies everything that you look at. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Oops. Oops, there's no oops here. There we go. Much better. Yep. Oh, yeah. Good coffee. Well, originally, I wanted to talk about was what you're going to do for when there's no food on the shelf, right? And I had it all laid out on there, and it wouldn't work for me. It wouldn't go. So I ended up getting lazy, and I just put live there to see if it would work, and it did. I'm like, So strange, very strange. Oh, it's like a level there or something. That's strange. Strange things going on. Yeah. Oh my. So anyway, when there's nothing on the shelf, and depending where you are, what's in your locale? That was my topic this morning, and because it's the real, it can be very real that way. So it's what's edible in your locale when you don't have anything at the store shelf, and there you go. So you can either forage, fish, garden, trade, buy, barter, sell, pilfer. There's that option too, right? I'm not advocating that, but that's an option. And you know what? If you're hungry and there's food right there, you're gonna grab it. Simple as that. Oh my. Yep. So hashtag fishing traps I had on there, but it didn't. This is my 5th time trying to go live, and I originally just wanted to talk about what you're going to do when there's nothing on the shelf at the store. So you either go gardening, fishing, foraging, trading, recycling, repurposing. So you learn new skills, right? So, thank you for that thumbs up. So what are you going to do? What do you know? What can you do? What are you learning now for new skill to do those things I just said, right? I can do all those things anyway. I always improvise and learn, but a lot of folks don't have that ability. Most folks don't. So you looking after yourself after a problem. Hey, pest hunter, good morning. There you go. Boom. Good to see you. So it's the topic today is what's going to happen when I don't like that. There's a hue there. You see that? So yeah, go to channel and it is the pest hunter. Yes. Good to see you. Oopsie daisy. Oh my. This YouTube thing this morning is kind of crappy. This is my 5th time trying to go bloody live. It was some piece of work. So, learning new skills, how to forage, what to forage, where to forage, when to forage, how to forage, where, who, what you're going to forage, right? Oh, you're most welcome, pest hunter. I give them out and then I take them back. And then it's just, it's just something I do. It's nothing personal and it's all random. Just, it's me. So anyway, what's going to happen when there's nothing on the store on the shelf? So hashtag fish traps. Go there and learn how to make a fish trap. There's many, many kinds of crayfish trap to, making a type of weir for when salmon are coming upstream to come closer to shore with rock when it's low tide. It's easy to spear them. You're smarter than your spear the fish or food you're going to get. So it's important to understand what's in your locale from 1K to 5K and even further. But I mean, within 5K is best because you're not too far from home if something goes wrong or your base. So interesting enough, the safest place is in a cave. So if you can, I'm not saying to, I'm just telling you the safest place to be is in a cave. It's the fastest thing to create. Within 24 hours, you can have a small cave where you can go in. And another 24 hours later, you got a cob oven, right? Zandos, repurposing for sure. Good morning. Well, let's Zardos. Sorry. Got to go to channel Zardos. But what are you going to do, right? So anyway, there's no Zardos, you West Coast Rock Hound. Well, I don't see how many subscribers you have, but there's no rent. There's no rent or mortgage on your cave or your lean-to or your foxhole. The first thing you learn in the military is dig a foxhole, right? Good morning, Mother Earth. It's Peter. I know many Peters, even in the Bible. Cool, pest hunter. Today's agenda is to assemble a greenhouse. Smart, very smart. Now's the time to put up if the least of the cheapest is good morning, Mother Earth Garden Club, is a hoop house to make, or a willopini or pina or something like that, like in the northern hemisphere. It gives you a bit of an edge coming spring and a bit of an edge going into fall, from 2 weeks to a month, maybe even longer. Okay, Chaz. Well, lots of people going around saying they're the Chaz. Abby BC, aka Chaz. Well, there's some things that only Chaz would know. So tell me something only Chaz would know. Right? Because, I know the man quite well. It is the Vevor greenhouse. Okay, it is a hoop house type. Yeah, and that's what you want, like from cattle panels and pallets to hoop house to PVC pipe, and you're going to get an edge. So to have that, like Dave Knight, you can punch him in there in the YouTube, and he has already planting his lettuce, because it's like $6 for a head of lettuce. Okay, that's a smart guy. He's a very smart guy. The early bird catches the worm. It's simple as that, because if you catch the worm, the early bird catches the worm, then you catch the fish, or you have the worm castings for growing food. So the big thing is, when there's nothing on the shelf, and you don't want to go to the store anyway if there's nothing on the shelf, you should already have it on the in your pantry and stored, and learn new skills. But if you don't, learning new skills is I'm going to turn that light off. This will be my second one. I have to order greenhouse plastic. My greenhouse has cracked plastic. Our extreme weather is tough on plastic. Yeah. Get the best there is. And mostly it's for the heat. I mean, you can put any light in there. I just got to turn this one down over here, because I'm getting some shade on my video. Oh, there you go. I knew it was that bright LED behind me. Always have one or two LEDs in your house, or any kind of lighting system for starting a massive amount of food for yourself, like seedlings. Oh my. Oh my gosh, that's good coffee. All edibles, good morning and hugs to you. Now there's the lady that knows what to do, and there's nothing on the shelf at the store. Yeah. Very impressed with you, Wild Edibles, and the people you hang out with. Y'all can look after yourselves. Not everybody can do that, especially folks in the city. Some in the city, though. All right, Chaz, I see it's you. Have you used any of those special lures I gave you? Anything else? You know what? They're coming up, going to the West Coast. I've used a couple from shore, just trolling around the bay, but not where I know there's fish. Like I was fishing where I know there's no fish, but you like fishing anyway. But you never know, something might grab it. So I put down smaller leaders this last season. I just put little, like 8-pound test, 10-pound test. Went way down for the ocean, because in the ocean you can catch something pretty bloody big. So I always had a bigger leader, but this year I'm going back to the West Coast. So I like to know how to fish. Yesterday I was watching a guy. He used his rope and air traffic control device to go down his rope to lower on the cliff, and then fish, and then come back up. I was just like, oh yeah, that's the way to do it. I'm building crab snares now. Crab snares, yeah, they can get tangled up pretty easily. In the summertime, we pull off the plastic and put up the shade cloth that prolongs the life of the plastic. Yes, it does. This will be second one. Smart pest hunter, you're on it. A window in your house. Anybody else that don't have that? A window in your house, south facing window, a little light system, something like that. And passive solar greenhouse really is awesome. Okay, I did all the things. Hugs all around. I need to get a coffee. Smile. Oh, Canada. Okay. All right, well, they're wild. Hello, wild edibles. Have you used any of those special lures? Yes. I'm building crab snares. Smart. The fish trap is where it's at because it can get you some fish and you're not fishing. It's like a guy that owns a milking cow. It's still milking, even though you're not there. It's producing milk. Or a guy or an earthling that has chickens. You're gonna have chicken eggs. It's gonna be there for you. Lynn T, welcome, welcome, welcome. Howie, did you have an earthquake a few days ago? Yeah, I did. I certainly did. And I was in a restaurant, and that's Lynn T. You know what? I wasn't even subscribed to you, Lynn. Nice place. I love your bird feeder. I am now, and I'll go back over and check it out. And Lynn T is a very trusted person. So you are a moderator. Or mostly I give them out and take them back like other people that they just to go look around at channels. And it's a privilege to have you here. I love Lynn T. I've bumped into her on Friends channel many times. Howie, did you have an earthquake? Yeah, I was at a Chinese restaurant in Langford, and there was a heck of a bang, and then about 10 seconds. But the initial bang, I'll tell you, it was comparable to like when a huge truck dumps off large rocks on top of each other, and like that kind of bang, like really fast, a fast bang with many sounds, like all compressed. It was strange to see. That's the second one past month that I felt. That's rare, It's rare to feel them, right? Crab snares, smart man. A trap will always get you something. And when there's nothing on the shelf at the store, learn your new skill now, like Chaz is doing there, or Zardos. Cool name. Chaz is really cool. And yeah, you learn new skills. Like a crab trap is perfect, or crawfish, crayfish, however you sell it. And then there's like live fish traps to funnel them in, and they get confused and can't come out. And then there's baiting a bunch of lines on the bottom near a crab trap. So the crabs come and eating the bait, and then all the little fish that came, and then bigger fish. So you're really attracting them. It's called chumming the water. It's a really smart thing to do when there's nothing on the shelf at the store. And that snapping turtle, if you're hungry, snap back. Sorry, but oops. Hello. Lynn saying, "Oh, I have 4 small hydroponic gardens in my living room, lettuce, herbs, and Swiss chard. Smart. It's the cool time of the year, and those are cold weather crops that are happening right now, or cool weather. That's very smart because you don't have to heat it, right? It's a great time for starting your all the cold growing vegetables, because in the northern hemisphere, because it can match outside, but all you're providing is some nutrients and light. You don't have to really get it too hot, right? So it's easy and cheap to run. And manipulate the environment. It's really hard. It's not easy. You have to pretend you're the plant or the tree, and you're seeing everything. It's really wild. Wild edibles. I've been checking where our meat comes from. Yeah, the best meat's on the end of my fork, and it's been running through the desert or the forest or the mountains and up rivers and creeks. That's the best meat. Anything else is, over time, it's accumulative toxins. They build up, and there's two ways to die when you're going to die: is you're going to have a tumor or you're going to have congestion. Very rare for someone not to have any of those anymore. I've been checking. Okay, thank you. Almost time for them to come back. We might be able to get better meat soon. Well, meat's an easy, fast protein, your amino acids. It's fast. It's there. Bing, bada, boomba. A stored beet is comparable. So whatever you got, right? Whatever you got. Always reminds me of Peggy Humbling, I think. Garden with what you got. Make life do with what you got. It's a very good message that she puts out. I haven't talked to her for a long time, but I noticed that she does watch videos, so that's cool. I tie a series of milk jugs together with lines attached to each handle and different baits on each line. Smart. When I was young, I have to say that, I used to put milk jugs onto a bit of line with a worm and let it go, and a little fish would grab it. Now I'm gonna leave it. And then pretty soon the milk jug is underneath the water all the time. So you're like, okay, grab the canoe and go. Right? And there'd be like a 5-pound, cutty on there, or cut bow, or a bow, or and there, or Dolly Varden, right? Jug lots in rivers here. Yeah. You want, that's called a bobber, hey, or a buoy, or the jug is perfect, but not just milk jugs. A pop bottle, 2-liter. A good bobber. Yes. So trapping food, that's kind of trapping food, but it's not really. But you're assisting it. So when you go in the ocean and you catch like a small little fish, just put them in a bucket, keep them alive, and get a few of them, and then go to where the fish are and pop one of them down. When you use live bait, you're gonna get more fish. And the smaller the fish, the big guy's like, oh, there's my snack today. Oh, well, there's a bigger boogeyman. That's you. That's gonna snack on him. We had one here that I felt it was very strong. Oh, yes, we heard about them having two now. Yeah, the earthquake. It's very serious. When there's an earthquake, you can't go to the store. Even if there is something on the shelf at the store, you can't get there because the road's cracked up. And then, people are not as, they're kind of hangry. They got food issues. They're kind of coming down off their dope, or they're coming down off their booze, or they're coming down off their opiates, or whatever it is. And you got to deal with them if you bump into them trying to get some food. So it's really wise to learn some new skills. It really is. And I'd hurry up and do it right away. If you have no resources, you have to improvise. And improvisation is a special skill. It's like imagineering. You imagine it and you engineer it. It can be very difficult for a lot of people that have plaque in their brain. They didn't exercise, or they didn't eat the right foods. And, the neurological is not as good, and it's broken, and the myelin sheet's floating around in little pieces. You're in a lot of trouble, right? Sorry, I'm a bit sardonic today because this is my 5th time trying to get on YouTube, and it went. But before that, I was putting down some pretty, like if there's no food on the shelf, I would go #fish trapping, #pilfer, that kind of thing. So finally, I had to just put down live, and then live again, and then those little captions, and it went on there. I was just like, holy crap. The 4 times it didn't go, I was just like, I'm lucky enough to have a small creek on the property. Smart. You can introduce some crayfish there, or trout, and clean it up for a spawning area. Just rake and the little peat rock. You want the trout and salmon or whatever spawning, go in amongst that pea gravel and stuff. I used to do that a lot, actually. Come before August there, say in June, you go and you rake the creek a little bit where it's sandy, where the fish would lay their eggs, hey? So it's pretty easy. That'd be a big catfish here. Oh. I'm lucky enough to have a small creek on the property. So much you can do. Like depending on your location, you dig a hole, put in a bunch of tilapia, put a place where they can't get out. Of course, there's always otters and minks and martins and ferrets and, and seals or whatever come up and grab fish out of the creek. Even sea lions come up the river here. So you could be fishing steelhead, and all of a sudden you see your rod bending like that, and then the big sea lion comes on this bloody salmon or steelhead stuck in its mouth and looking at you. Of course, he owns it. When I was working, it had 2 liters best. Yeah, 2 liter is best for Robin. When I was working and had a stressful shift, I would go fishing on the way home. Oh, wow, Mother Earth, that's cool. I kept the rod tackle in my car. Didn't matter if I caught anything. Yeah, it's just fun, ain't it? I know about the earthquakes. I grew up in Southern California. Yeah. Well, we had 2 of them here within the past 3 weeks, I think. Nothing like going after a jug thinking it's a huge catfish, but you bring it in a small 10-pound catfish. Yep, 10-pound catfish is nothing to laugh at. That'll feed you for a few days, or a pound a day for 10 days. If you bring in fish, you clean anything off of them, right? Scales like that because they go rancid, right? And then you coat that in salt and hang it up in the air. Of course, gut it too, but you hang it up right away. And if it's a really big one, cut it in strips and salt it and put it up and get that air flowing on it. Especially if you got no refrigeration. If you got no refrigeration and you've got meat and fish to process and poultry, what are you going to do? You got to get some smoke on it and salt, right? And with fish, the big thing is there's a slime that's on the fish, and that's where it's going to come rancy. Okay, so when you clean it up and salt it, and you don't want the scales on it when you're salting it. Not salmon anyway, or herring like what I do. I mean, it may be different where you are. Who knows, right? One moment, please. Oh, just getting over a little bit of a cold, eh? Bit rough. Oh, it's really a cold. I don't know what the heck it was, but for one day, that was pretty much yesterday, I was like scratchy and stuff, and that'd be a big catfish. Mother will always have a fish. Yeah, always have a small fishing rod in your car. Always have a poncho, emergency blanket, water, canned tuna. Anything like that is something high protein, a couple of tea bags. I leave a 24 pack of water in my car. And then sometimes if I think I'm going somewhere, I'll put in 3, 4, 5 5-gallon bottles of water. And I'll do a weight distribution on the rear axle where I'd put 2 5-gallons here and 2 5-gallons here and one in the center. So it's not, you're not traveling out of whack kind of thing. You got to think, because you're going up hills, down hills, long distance, you put the weight wrong in a vehicle, things can go wrong, especially in an older vehicle. We probably get big ones, but not common catfish. Yeah, there's catfish out there, but they're not common. I forgot to mention the alligators too. Yeah, they're good eating too. They make good dog food. I'm not an alligator fan. I'm not a snake fan. But if you got a pet one, great. That's that's you. But I was taught that anything dangerous, you kind of don't get in that lineup, right? Our big lakes around here, we have sturgeon and pike and muskie, big salmon down south. Yeah, you got some nice salmon. There's Chinook in the Great Lakes. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And there's steelhead in there too. I'd be fishing that all the time. When I lived back east one time when I was really, really young, and we were told not to fish in the Great Lakes because it's polluted. Well, it's polluted wherever you go. So enjoy your life. No gators here, but I have a dog named Sharky. Good enough. When you're traveling the dog, watch the dog. I can't say too much, but recently my dog did something where let me know someone was at the door in the middle of the night trying the keyhole, and the little doggy, she was beautiful, man. She sleeps right beside my shoulder, and all it was, I'm like, is she dreaming? Like, and she's looking like that. And I'm like, nope, she ain't dreaming. So I went, shh, shh, shh. Right, get up. And it was a family member coming here to visit, and they had a key. And they were trying to get it in the keyhole. Didn't want to wake me up, right? Trusted person. But little Mama Bear Yoda, yeah, oh yeah, a dog. Whenever you travel, what's a bear going to attack first? What's the cougar going to go for? Right? Right. And the unpredictable dog. What's a bad person going to do? Kill the dog first. So not you, most likely not you, because if they're killing you, then the dog's onto them, right? So it's in their psyche. In the cave, the dog sleeps out front. You ever see a caveman movie? Yeah, no gators here, but I have a dog named Sharky. Pest hunters crying with tears and laughing. We have bullheads here. Oh, yes. I take a needle nose pliers and pull skin off great on the barbecue. Absolutely. And a lot of people don't eat bullheads. My grandfather salted them. Oh, they were good. Oh, they're delicious. And when you salt something, it takes out some of that muddy flavor too, or the fishy flavor. The salt. The salt will kill the worms, the parasites, bad microbes. Because getting sick from fish ain't pleasant. You think you got a sour belly? Try that one. Yeah. We're finding gators up here. Oh, really? In the West Tennessee, the past 10 years or so, staying alive, eating beaver, live in beaver dens. Really? Hey, that's something, because sometimes when I go foraging, I'll go right into a beaver area, and I like different wild foods like wapato potato. It's the water potato. I'll see it there. I'll know it's there. And you got to walk in the water and dislodge it with your toes, right? And hang on to the canoe and stuff like that, right? So that's good to know that the crocs have come up that far, because not everybody used to seeing a croc, but they can travel. Absolutely. Yeah, and beavers, well, that's their, they'll eat whatever, fish, beavers, deer, getting a drink of water, whatever it is, bird, duck, and then there's you. Zardos says, and that's my buddy Chaz, my new channel's name comes from a 1979 movie with Sean Connery in it. It's short for Wizard of Oz. Oh, really? Very cool. Very cool. I like it. A 14-foot gator sunning on a fallen tree last year, and friend attempted to hook him. Well, that's what they got high-powered rifles for, hey? Especially if they're coming around settlements and stuff, and where there's kids in a playground or some shit. Just whack that guy. Don't bother trying to hook him. Take him out. Why have a problem? People locking their dog there. I'm not a fan of gators. They're too unpredictable. And of course, I'm not a fan of unpredictable people either. I'm just not a fan. Gators good eating. That's right, Gear. I vote for Gear. And I'm gridding now. It's mine. I'm gridding. Gridding. Gear gridding. What's gridding? This is the middle of nowhere in these swamps. Well, maybe leave that one there, perhaps. You'll have to govern accordingly, I guess, with dangerous creatures like gators. They're kind of reptile-like, and you don't know what the hell they're going to do. And then there's some animals, too, like Bruins, like bears. Look at the bear cave or cave bear, like that died out 11,000 years ago. Cavemen had to deal with that cave bear, hey? That was, they're big, hey. They're like 3 times the size of a Zodiac bear. That's a pretty bloody big bear, man. So, there's massive cave bear bones that have been still preserved, like whole skeletons, and you can find them if you know what you're doing. But, they ruled. They went into a cave, and whatever was in there, they just killed and ate it. Because how are you going to get past it? You can't. He's a big bad boy. But they're extinct. Hey, gotta love those meteors and asteroids from space. or the caveman that had to wipe them out. This is the middle of nowhere, yeah. Zardos. I saw a video recently on how to skin gators. Oh yeah, alligator skin. You can make a lot of stuff, and it's tough. It's really tough, man. Yeah, it's really tough alligator skin. It's not. If it's cured right, you're going to make some fine sheaths and scabbards and vests and even like stuff for like crawling around on rocks. Like if you've got a skinned alligator clothing or something like that, you're going to be way tougher than with just your skin, right? No alligators or dangerous snakes here. That would be correct. You got dangerous spiders, and there's the odd bear, but other than that, just zombies, really. Sometimes coyotes are a problem even here in town. Oh, I love coyotes. I mean, they clean up all the dead. They clean up all the mice and rats. What's the problem? Oh, they attack people or farmers' sheep or whatever. Well, the farmer's not looking after his sheep with a sheepdog. They're not doing it right. The people that have come up with an excuse to kill something must govern accordingly. And I get it. But coyotes are there to clean up carrion, it's called, or dead meat, dead animal, and rats and mice. I'm not a fan of rats and mice. They carry disease, plague. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. So I don't have them here. I got owls that we don't have coyotes here in this urban area that I know of. But you know what we do have is a raptor, and so you put him to work or her, and a family of owls. They're going to clean up to 1,000 mice a year. I'm all for that because the way they're knocking down houses here and building skyscrapers, there's a lot of rats and mice that come here to feed on my food forest. Well, you're in a lot of trouble. Hey, Darth X, owls are nice to have. Good to see you, Darth X. Make sure that's Darth X because Darth X really doesn't have a channel. And there you go. And bing bada boom. But you could look around if you want there, Darth. There you go. Give you the old save. There we go. If y'all can hold the fort, I'm going to go and have to be right back. Hey, I didn't even know it was muted. You're muted. Good stuff. Hey. What the hell was I talking about? Who knows? Hey, Chaz. Check that out, Chaz. What would that be, Chaz? Huh? Hey, Chaz. Are you in there? If anybody can tell me what this is. Can anybody tell me what that is? Sure ain't moving, huh? Molasses, no. Oops, you're close. Very close. Zardos. You're on it, buddy. Yeah. But it's a honey oil distillate. Yeah. Uh, Rare to have and to own. Yes, gear. Nectar of the gods. Yes. It's in when you're doing nutraceuticals. I know you got to do pharmaceuticals because you go see the doc, but there's not really a nutraceutical doc unless you do a naturopathic doctor, which people have to pay for here, and it's thousands of dollars. So the big thing is people go on to Google and then they end up on YouTube learning from these orthomolecular practitioners. They tell you about the molecular makeup of the food that you're eating and your what you're deficient in and what you're excess in. Okay, so then there's this thing called a therapeutic dose. So you're targeting something, and it's not really talked about a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, so when you concentrate something like that, it is medicinal. But always see your doc. Nectar of the gods, honey. Well, yeah, Zardos, you're the closest. Very nice. Yes, thank you, Wild Edibles. I'll send you some. Yeah, can't send much because it's kind of rare, but I can send a little bit. Hey, make it by Mandy. Hello, Howie. Hope all is well. Everything's fairly decent. I'm growing a small amount of broadleaf arrow duck potato. Oh, broadleaf arrow. Is that like arrowroot for the arrowroot cookies for digestion? And duck potato. Is that Wapato? Please elaborate, Darthex. Very medicinal and definitely nectar of the gods. Oh, yes, because it's you, my friend. And Chaz is one of my very good friends on YouTube here. There it is. I'll even open it up for you, Chazzy. There you go, buddy. You don't got to worry about that stuff dripping out. No. I didn't make this. My immediate family member did. So, and he gifted this to me. So, but he's done stuff like that before. There it is on that stuff's sticky. But it is the ultimate for medicinal use, therapeutic dose of anything. It's the ultimate. It's the best there is. I'm growing a small amount of broadleaf arrow. Wapato. Oh, it is Wapato. Okay. That's very good. The muskrat, follow to his house and he'll have lots stored there. Yeah. Wapato is beautiful. There's a lot of that on Vancouver Island. Yeah. I'm growing a small amount. Okay. Broadleaf arrow. Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorites. Very medicinal, definitely nectar of the gods. Yeah, thanks. I agree. It's rare, made like that. Yeah, it's pure. It's purest form. There's no contaminants. So it's nice to have it. It feels good to even. I haven't smoked it though. I haven't. I must admit. I do have one of it, but I didn't. I've cut way back. and I gave a bunch to my best friend, and it was very high THC and sativa, and it was a mango flavor, and so yeah. Save all your trim for extraction, smoke the bud. Yeah. Yeah. I leave all the trim whenever I cut something down. And I'm not into that as much as I used to be. Like I used to grow a lot of it, but now I don't need a lot of it because I don't even smoke it anymore. So this year I'm growing flowers, actual flowers. And I'm widening the food forest, hey, gradually over the years. So when there's nothing on the shelf at the store, I know I've made sure to go and plant trees on my boulevard and plant food gardens and make food gardens in my village. So I mean, I've been productive over time, where you're not just rushing out and killing yourself. You're just changing to some new regimens and learning new skills, and actually had to be more social, even with bad people, which really just went against the grain. I had a real hard time with it, and I still do. Thanks, I agree. It's rare like that. Well, you're going to have some. Wapato, yeah, channels for that. Nutraceuticals. I don't know of any, really. Hey, BC Gerbs, my buddy. He's my neighbor. There you go, Gerbs. Good to see you, buddy. Nutraceuticals, a channel for that. You know what? I only learned from like two orthomolecular scientists, live cell analysts, a couple of them, and you know, I went firsthand and hired the best registered nutritionist I could to learn from them for past 20 years. So that's how I know. You know, if you're not an academic, find one and hang out there, or two or three. Like there's prepper groups. You just got to get to know them. They won't accept you unless you're like-minded. So yeah, in permaculture, you have to accept everybody. Okay. I mean, I have my red lines. I can't accept people that are nasty, ugly, and stupid and do bad things. I just can't do it. Hi, Space Rangers. Good to see you. Hope everyone is most excellent. Yes, Space Ranger is a standard moderator. Yes, he is. Yep. I've listened to your music. It's lovely. Over the years. Save all your trim for extraction. Absolutely. I'm getting all the seeds together that I want to send you. Tommy has some to add too. Oh, that's nice. Hey, I just got like a ton of seeds given to me by my in-laws. Yeah. I couldn't believe it, man. I got like a stack of stuff, and I'm like, it's right here somewhere. Here it is. It came into this fancy can. I'll show you the can. It's from China or something. They're Chinese. They're in-laws. They're family. And here's what he sent me. A nice gift, hey? Look at all this. Look at all this. He sent all this. And some things, he made this. He makes things. He has these laser printer things, and he makes intricate like puzzles and all kinds of stuff, man. Score. Yeah. Well, you're loved, right? This is borage, nasturtiums, and calendula. That's pretty cool, hey? This is some kind of thing for putting like someone explained that to me. Here it is here. Oh, here's a seed thing he sent me for putting the seed in, you know, and a little digger thing, you know, but that's for dropping in seed, you see. He's very cool that way. And then he sent this stuff, like the little tags and stuff, you know. Right? And he makes that type of thing. Some of the stuff is in Chinese, so I don't know what it is. These are baby finger carrots. I just got this all yesterday. I was like, yeah, baby. My survival just went up. And there's, you know, basil, arugula, just different things. This was an interesting thing. This was a seed. This is for seed, you see, putting in the little seeds. And then it's got some kind of writing, Chinese writing. I don't know what it is. It's too small for me to read. But, I think I seen Dave Knight with one similar. And what's this? Oh, that's cool. Some kind of little pepper seeds in a bottle. Anyway, it was a nice gift from the guy, and I appreciate it. And very cool gift. I mean, I love giving seeds. Yeah. Yeah. Dave Knight sent me some seeds recently, and I tried to introduce it in my live stream or do a like a mail call video. I haven't done one of them. Maybe next time I'll do one. Dribbler. Oh, oops. That's awesome. Thanks, Space Rangers. Yeah. Heritage seeds are the best. You bet, BC Gerbs. Good to see you, buddy. Hope everyone's okay. Thanks for the power, Mr. I don't know. It's just a jacket. Keep you warm. Some people look at it like that. Yeah. A gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. Yeah. How is your black pepper made or grow? How is black pepper made or grow? Well, I don't know. I can't. That's a tropical plant, black pepper. I mean, you could, I guess, grow it and manipulate the conditions to do that, like in a conservatory or something, or maybe a heated greenhouse with lots of circulation and ventilation and high and low humidity often and a bunch of other things. People do it. You can grow anything. If it grows in nature, you can grow it. It's just taking care of it's the issue. A gift that keeps on. How is your, I don't know, Spacer. Howie, Mr. AKA the Ninja Gunner, best gifts are those we can grow. Absolutely. And if you need some more Newtons there, and fig trees, if I'm going that way, I'm going to be making a bunch this year. You can have whatever you want. You can come here and make some too. It's easily done. And then it's the fig time of year to do that. Hey, you just put it in sand and put it inside a container, close the lid, and open it up every day. Eventually, you'll see roots growing there. It's that easy. Cut it on the node, leave 3 or 4 nodes, cut it on the node just under the node so that the hormones can really build up there for rooting. I'm collecting seeds for the future when I move off grid. Well, that's easily done. Moving off grid. It's called digging a cave, or that's the best protection is what the military teaches you as soon as you show up. Dig that foxhole over there, son. All right. Best protection. Only one way in your cave. You can pretty much monitor that with a dog. So when there's nothing on the shelf, hey, that's what's on the shelf. I got a lot of seeds from my daughter who was given a huge bunch free. Nice. That's wonderful. I'm collecting seeds for, I think a pot, but humidity control is best. Yep. Wikipedia Pest Hunter put up something on black pepper. Oh, well, good. I'll check that out later. Thanks for doing that. Always check your links. And thank you, Pest Hunter. Papaya seeds are hot like pepper to crush nice after they are dry. Absolutely. Most of the pepper that you are buying is papaya seeds. They just dry the seed from the papaya. It is peppery and can be used for that. And that's a big concern with you're looking for pepper for a high pepsin. Pepsin takes out parasites. Hey, they're double P's. Pepsin parasite. Yeah. The link is start for black pepper. Thank you kindly, Pest Hunter. Thank you kindly. That's good to know. Awesome. Yeah. Well, if you don't have pepper and you got a papaya, you got pepper now. It's slightly peppery. It's not super. I've done that. And I've bought it and it wasn't pepper. And I knew right away because there was hardly any taste. But it did taste. But I make sure my pepper comes from like Vietnam, Thailand, that kind of thing. It tastes peppery, and it's no hanky panky there. I keep making my garden bigger. Look out, neighborhood. Exactly. I was way ahead of them. As soon as I arrived here, I started giving out trees and planting trees on neighbors' property. Here you go, and then on the boulevard. There you go. Wherever there's a little piece. And I did all kinds of guerrilla in the middle of the night, going out digging a hole. Years ago, you're like, is there anybody watching? And you're not even allowed to plant a freaking tree on the boulevard here. Oh, you can. You got to pay $100. I'm not kidding. And then the city sends out someone from the vegetation department to see, an engineering department, whatever. And if they say no, they keep your $100. You know what I say? Take a flying. I don't care. They want to go and be nasty, and I've seen it. Take your tree out. I've seen it though, and more than once. Dugout cabin is awesome there, Chaz. Keep making my garden bigger. The link is cool. Thanks, Pest Hunter. Yeah, Pest Hunter is all over that. That's good to know. Awesome. Yep. Thanks, How. You're welcome. From what I understand, we can grow black pepper here in Southeast United States. Nice. Wild edibles, yes, cheaper to get. I used to get it from my rabbits when they shed in the spring. The skins help them to pass hair, just a little, 1 square piece a day. Oh, very cool. Right on. Oops, our garden space seems to never stop getting bigger. I know, right? I'm all over that. Because I have to grow flowers this year, so I have to increase my growing capacity and the square footage. So definitely. Wild edibles, papaya, square piece. Papaya. It gets rid of parasites. I built a dugout cabin on Sumas Mountain for practice. Really? Hey? That's very cool. I've made many type cabins and tree houses and that kind of thing, just went ahead and start building it. And dugouts are defendable. Well, it's just a bunker, really, command post. You got to think like that when SHDF happens, when there's nothing at the store. There's no need to try to get to the store. You already know there's a bunch of stuff in your bunker, right? And that's where it is. Like a dugout cabin. That's perfect. That's an underground room or an escape route from there, like Albert Johnson, the Mad Trapper. Yeah. I built it. Yeah. Howdy, everyone. Danny and Lorraine, welcome. Store are 2 people eat. Yeah, I'm not into the lineup. I don't mind going out snaring a few rabbits or some tree chickens or something. But I ain't into getting in no lineup for something that I don't even know where it came from. I'm done with all that. Good morning, Danny and Lorraine. There's a very cool channel. Go over, check that out. They was just cutting their firewood for next year. They cut it ahead of time, in case there's no propane at the store or gas or oil or whatever, they got wood, right? Smart. And they're putting it a year ahead of time, right? Because it's got a season, right? A lot of people don't know that. I think they can cut down anything. The only thing I ever heard of that you can cut down and burn is a dead tree or birch. Birch will burn. Everything else got a cure, pretty much. I have enough food preserved to last at least 6 months. Going to can more ground beef. Smart. Proteins, everything when you need energy. Mother Earth. Okay. Die Bullfrog 79. There's an awesome channel. That's Die Bullfrog 79. It's no, AKA Uncle Al. Saying hello to everyone. We have a permit for 10 cord a year. Nice. That's about what you need. When you burn a cord, you go get another cord. Yeah. Once you start selling wood, that's when you can a lot of money, hey? You know. We have a permit for. Hi, Danny and Lorraine from Uncle Al. Very cool channels, Danny and Lorraine and Die Bullfrog and Mother Earth and Oops and Chaz is in here. Wild Edibles, Space Rangers. Very cool. Very cool. What day is this? Tuesday. I think it's the 25th today. So anyway, you learn a new skills before you need them. That's key, eh? And some people have a lifestyle like Danny and Lorraine. They have a lifestyle where they can go out and get something to eat quite easily. They know where to get it. They're wired tight, man. These people, that's the way they've been brought up. As soon as they say a few words, them guys can look after themselves because they have it's called an Ebonic, an Irish, English, Welsh mixture of slang, and they have their own language as far as I'm concerned. I can understand them like even people all over the rock. It doesn't matter. Even some can be heavier, lighter, or. So yeah, but go over and have a look at Danny and Lorraine's channel. Very cool channel. You'll learn a lot. That's what it's all about, learning new skills so you can carry on, keep calm, carry on. Because the way this world's going, you're going to see something before you die that's crazy as hell. And, I'm already seeing it. So, I'm trying to spread some love, learn some new skills while you can. 20 pickup truck loads, can't sell it, will get in trouble. Yeah. Yeah, those would be face cords or something like that. Here you can go and get a 4-cord hand logging permit and do whatever you want with it. So it's pretty cool. We have enough land. I never would run out of firewood or lumber. Smart. I use mostly deadfall for the cabins. Yeah, me too. I'd rather use a dead tree. Cedar's my favorite, especially on the West Coast here. A good skill to know your wildlife. Yes, know where they're gathering, where their watering hole is, where they're feeding, their patterns, their ruminants, like ungulates. They got patterns, A bear, he don't have a pattern. He sniffs the wind and goes there. Well, I guess they do have a pattern. They're in an area, but but the elk, deer, and that kind of thing, they'll always go where the feed is. And from spring, it's down low, and that's where you're going to find a lot of the ruminants, a lot of the ungulates, the hoofed animals. A good skill is to know your wildlife. Yep. Chaz saying hi to Uncle. Cooking is a nice skill. Yeah. That's the best one there is, Al. If you don't know Uncle Al's cooking series, you could be over there learning it for a long time because he does some fantastic dishes. Quick, snappy, and easy, and most of the time fairly healthy. Sometimes he jumps ship and eats a lot of deep fried things too. And when you're older, you got to slow down and that kind of stuff. But I mean, he's amazing. So every meal he makes, if you're working and splitting wood and whatever, like go look at his meals. Yeah, absolutely. Started a new hydroponic gardens in yesterday. Nice. Well done, Mother Earth Garden Club. Cooking is a nice skill. It's the best skill there is. You can make a meal wherever you are. And that's the thing. You're not hangry anymore, right? Know your insects all the way up to big animals. Absolutely. Well said, pest hunters. Chaz, I would look at other channels to sub them. I'll try later when I rewatch. Well, seeing you're actually Chaz, I forgot about you, okay? I've known this guy for years. I even know where he lives. I would look at other channels to sub them. I'll try later when I rewatch this. Well, now you don't have to try later. If you want to, go ahead. I didn't know who you are, but you answered the questions correctly. So, and or you had the password even. So well, to change that lure password now. I have to think up a new one. Hang on there. There you go. I'm a foodie. Yes, you are, Uncle Al. Good morning, coffee walks and whatever. Hello, coffee. Hello, coffee. Hi, coffee. Hi, pest hunter. Hi, space. I like to cook, but it's harder to cook for just me. Oh, interesting. Hey, silly Lily. Welcome to a chit chat about what you're gonna do when there's nothing on the shelf at the store. Because you're live, right? You got to feed. Hi, Frog. Hi, Frog. Space Rangers. That's Mr. Frog. No problem. Thank you very much. Oh, you're very welcome there, Chaz. I'm just not used to seeing Chaz as Zardos. Shop my pantry, laugh out. Exactly. That's like the little squirrel, the little, squirrel mentality. You put food away for later. So you have to be smarter than a squirrel too, right? I forage. Absolutely. Number one, if you got nothing, you have to forage. You have to know how to fish trap. You have to know how to catch fish. You have to know where the fish are. You have to know where the rabbit leads are and put the snare down and hand high and block it in with some branches so he has to go in there. You have to know these skills or you could be in some serious trouble when you start seeing, oh, I used to have muscles and oh, my body fat's all gone. That's what happens. But it's interesting when that happens. Uh, uh, yeah, yeah. I've gone through that, and yeah, yeah. Anyway, people saying hello. I forage. That's number one. If you go and look at my first video on whether you're a repeat subscriber or a new subscriber, the first thing, because I'm in the Pacific Northwest, there's a video on foraging, what's available. And there's only a couple things on there, but that'll lead you to a bunch of other ones. And I love to forage. As a matter of fact, I'm going on a forage fairly soon here because it's springtime and stuff's already growing. The contin is contin. It's not like cotton. It's contin. It's a yellow flower, and it's blooming. It's all over the ground. I'm like, oh yeah. And snowdrops are up, and gorse is blooming. I have several roses out front that are already opening. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Well, it's Vancouver Island. It's a special place. Things are not the same like anywhere else in Canada. We had a couple of weeks of winter though, like actual snow on the ground winter. That's what I call winter. I spent some time in Newfoundland, and winter was snow on the ground. When the snow went, then it's springtime and summertime. That's just the way it was. It could be like 7 months to 8 months a year. You got snow on the ground. Some places, if you're up high, it's 10 months. But that's rare now. I should say one of the biggest skills. Okay, where are you? It's because pest hunter, the biggest skill of all is knowing your tools for hunting and gathering. Yeah. 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 Most people look at, oh, I got a gun, I'll go hunting. Well, if you got zombies and they can hear you, you don't want to use a gun. You better know some crossbow action, bow and arrow, or spear action, right? Or snare, right? Or punji, spring-loaded traps, that kind of thing. Especially if someone's after you, you should know how to leave them a little present, right? They're not going to be nice to you if they catch you. I heard they bite a lot and they're hungry. And there's nothing at the store. Making a good pound to catch rabbits works great. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Cut the top of the birch. Especially when they got the little buds there, and make a little square, some openings, bing, bada, boom. You'll catch partridges like that. I did. Partridges and, rabbits. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You're smart. You're smart there, Danny and Lorraine. The biggest skill of all is yep. Also plant fruit and nut trees planned for the future. Yeah, plant them all through your neighborhood. Absolutely. Well said there, Uncle Al. Mother Earth Garden Club, it's a big adjustment, that's for sure. Oh, I missed something. Sorry, Mother Earth. I like it now, but it took a while. I got a storm coming tomorrow night. We had one last night, 100K winds. This house, the snow shovel left the balcony. And I'm like, what was that? And I go, my snow shovel's gone. I'm like, well, I didn't need it anyway. And there's potters tipped over and there's crap all through my yard. We had 100K winds last night. And I was just like, wow. And it was sustained all night like that. It wasn't just a gust, right? It was some bad wind, man. And I was waiting too, because I got trees off the property, and I've always hounded people that don't look after their trees. Like, you got some dead widowmaker up there, you got a hanger there. That's a school marm. She can break off and whack you. And, some people go, oh, really? Yeah. And then they bring over the arborist, and he's all, certified. He's, oh, yeah, that guy's right. But some people, there's nothing up here. And I seen they were load bearing arms, and they snapped off, just missed the kids on the trampoline. And I told that guy, man, and he just, and then when it happened, and he had some more cut off, because the neighbor's like, that could have killed our kids and shit, but that guy, stubborn son of a bitch. Oops, sorry. Oops. Stubborn son of an earthling. There, that's better. Hey, I can clean up. I like it now, but it took a while. I do like how he plant gardens everywhere. Yeah, Uncle Al, you're smart. I've done that. I've even gone out into the wild and done it. And I've even found people growing basil out on the beach on the West Coast and tomatoes. I'm like, where are they? Like, who's taking care of this? And I'm looking all around. I'm like, I'm not alone here, and I'm supposed to be alone. And there's someone living nearby. And they had these gardens, and they were kind of hidden and out of the way from the wind, from the logs on the beach. They were on the other side. And they were up a little bit onto the shore where there's nice kelp rotting for years and dead fish and poop and whatever. They had it going on. I'm like, this is exactly what I'd be doing. Could get a few grouse using rocks. Oh, yeah, you can pitch the head off them too. You wait till the morning, and they'll hunker down. The snow will go around them, but then a crust will form, and you'll feel it. And then you just go up and pinch their head off. I saw my dad do that. I was just like, Jesus, man, how do you do it? He's like, well, you got to eat. Not a shot fired, not a rock thrown. But yeah, slingshots are really good. Yeah. We had a +4 Celsius yesterday. It was wonderful. Yeah. Howie, no real zombies, but some evil people out there. I classify them as zombies. Can get a few grouse using rocks. Yeah. Partridges too. Even a duck. Goose, a nice stick, like, about 2 foot long, and learn to twirl it and throw it. And I'll be right back. Later, pest hunter. How I know real zombies with some evil people. Yeah. You dig a trench, or you find a trench and you put corn in there, eh? And if you want, it's an open field, geese will come down to see that corn and plant corn along the ditch. And then you can use your stick about the length of your index finger to the tip of your shoulder, and learn to throw it really hard and twirl it. Bust the wing on a goose or neck, and you got them, right? And you can have 3 or 4 and get them off, because they got to run, right? They got to run to get out. And if they're in a ditch, shallow ditch, they got to run to fly. They don't just jump up and fly like other birds. It doesn't work that way. So you're smarter than a goose. So there's many ways to get food if there's nothing at the store. Okay, there really are a lot of ways of getting it. Howie, no real. Yeah, well, there's lots of evil people. Watch out for flash floods. Yep, absolutely. Atmospheric downpours, Uncle Al. That's well said. Good thing that you mentioned that, Uncle Al. I forgot that to mention that, because that's been happening in California after the fires. But spill gates, dam opening, listen for big blast, or if you can hear something like you got real good hearing, like your radar off the show MASH or something. See a space hunter later, pest hunter, see a space ranger. Okay, we had a 4 Celsius yesterday. It was wonderful. Yeah. But I've been having 10s. Watch out for flash flood. Yep. We've had a heat wave here this past few days, plus 10 Celsius. Yeah. The downright balmy weather for us. Yep. I was told to increase protein for using whey protein, but is that safe? Good question. I was told to increase protein by using whey protein, but is that safe? Good question. I, for myself, don't use whey protein. That's protein made from cow milk. A whole bunch of ducks just landed over on the house over here. A bunch of mallards. So that's kind of neat. Yep. Pellet gun take care of them. They all got to walk around. Where's Danny and Lorraine's in here? Get a few grouse using rocks. Yep. Any way at all. And there's some channels in here really cool, like Pest Hunter and Mother Earth Knows How, and Silly Lily's right into the soil biology. And everybody should go and check out each other's channels and look around. And that's how you get new skills and new ideas. And Danny and Lorraine's in here. So they have skills to, especially if you're in the northeast or eastern Canada, you should really go check out their channel and other people's channel too. I was told to increase. Yeah, I'm not a fan of whey protein, but if you don't have anything, hey, something's better than nothing. Okay, everyone, I need to take off. See you, Pest Hunter, Silly Lily. Okay, please hit the live button, the like button. Puff, puff, pass the smoked salmon. Yeah. Have to go to work. Have a great day, everyone. See ya. Take care. Thank you for being here. New skill. Dun, 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 dun. Pinto beans for protein. Yes, protein would make up 10% to 35% of your daily calories. Yes. From soil to plant to plate. Okay? The best nutrients you'll ever find is on the end of your fork. Okay? Because you can control that. You can control how to make soil. This is how you make soil. When you make soil, you make it every day in layers. It's a journey the rest of your life. You make good soil, you make good food, you make a good, healthy human or critter. There it is right there, see? Pathway Soil Bank. Yeah. Yard waste, coffee grounds, bark mulch, wood chips, chop and drop, kitchen waste, leaves and twigs, dolomite, lime, biochar, wood ash. The list is really endless. It's called biomass in your locale. I have to go to work. Yep. Pinto beans for protein. Yeah, the problem with beans for me is it's lectins. It's an undigestible protein, and I have a real hard time with it. But if you don't, it's the best there is. Proteins could make up 10% to 35% of your daily calories. Absolutely. Fish and seafood, it helps me bump it up. Nuts too. Yeah, nuts are perfect. Hey, the High Desert Pioneer. Nuts are perfect because they can be stored. Hazelnuts, walnuts, pecans, Brazil nuts. Peanuts, not a nut. It's a legume, but it can be stored for a while, but it kind of gets this fungus thing in your... So I'm not a fan, but I do eat peanuts, but I'm not a fan of them. But I eat a little pinch every now and then to, just to get some different microbes and stuff. Thanks. I worry where the dairy whey came from. Yeah, yeah. Worry about where anything comes from. I mean, if there's no love there and it's just cash, that's capitalism. So anything could come from that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with capitalism. We're all in a capitalist society, and that's all we can do about it. But you can govern from plant to plate to person. That's it. What's that in the end of your fork? And if you're into whey powder, well, you're into whey powder. And my dog's barking for a reason, so I don't know why. You can dehydrate watery whey. Yep. I do a couple of Brazil nuts daily for selenium. Yeah, vitamin K too. I do that too. I eat one or two pecans, one or two Brazil nuts, one or two, three, four, five hazelnuts. Walnuts, I'll eat one or two a day. And I always eat a pepper every day, a hot pepper. I eat salmon, sardines, and fish every day. I drink clean water, organic coffee. I go for walks several times a day. And I'm trying to whatever I can. I'm going to up my green salad because it's spring and I'll get all the nice little tender shoots. But that should have been going on anyway. I should have been on the sprouts and the microgreens more. I could have been on that more, and I wasn't. And that packs a punch for nutrients. Chad, see ya. I have some of you in my book now. Oh, okay. I thought you were leaving here now. Okay. Thanks. I worry about where the dairy whey came from. Yeah. And, hormone injections estrogen's got to go somewhere. I mean, you see men and women, they're packing on their hips and their legs and it's fat and it's estrogen and it's what they're feeding the hormones to the cow to pump out more milk and more beef, bigger steak, bigger roast. You know what? You don't want that. Okay? I hope I didn't offend anybody and someone got butthurt. Well, no pun intended. I don't have a channel, however, my husband does. Yes, it's all about the soil biology. I put up a link there, Silly Lily. I have some of you, yeah, okay, probably left over from making cheese, curds, and whey. Yep. I do a couple of Brazil. Yep. You can dehydrate. Yep. Microgreens are yummy too. Yep. Alpha sprouts are yummy. Yes, they are. I gotta move this thing. There we go. I always have sprouts and greens growing indoors. Smart, very smart. I lacked on that this winter. I had it a few times, but I could have done more. Thank you kindly for all being here. I'm sorry, but I have to go. It's a medical type thing, so I have to go. And I'm sorry I took up your time, and I'm sorry I'm letting you all go. But learn new skills and do the replay. Thank you kindly for all being here, and much love, mad respect. And